You didn't lose your mind. Someone borrowed it, slowly, carefully, without you noticing, and handed you back a version that no longer trusted itself. That's the part no one explains. Gaslighting doesn't feel like an attack. It feels like waking up one day and realizing you can no longer read your own handwriting. You remember a conversation, clear as daylight. You remember the words, the tone, the way they looked at you when they said it, and then they tell you, completely calm, almost concerned, that it never happened. And something inside you doesn't fight back. Something inside you thinks, maybe they're right. That moment, that exact moment of self-betrayal, that is where gaslighting lives. It doesn't start with something dramatic. It never does. It starts with something small enough to dismiss. A forgotten promise, a changed story, a feeling you had that they called an overreaction. You let it go, because letting it go feels like being mature, like being the bigger person. But here's what's actually happening inside your brain when you do that. Your mind has a system called reality monitoring, the quiet process it uses to decide what is real and what isn't. And this system, unlike what most people believe, is not a recording. It is a reconstruction. Every time you remember something, your brain is rebuilding it, using emotion, context, and trust as its raw materials. Trust is the key word. When someone you love, someone your nervous system has bonded with, tells you your memory is wrong, your brain doesn't automatically defend itself. It searches for the most socially safe answer. And in a relationship where they are confident and you are emotional, your brain quietly decides they must know better. This is not weakness. This is your brain trying to protect the relationship the same way it always has. The same wiring that makes humans capable of deep love also makes them vulnerable to this specific kind of manipulation. There's a word for what builds up over time: cognitive dissonance. Two realities existing at once, yours and theirs, and your mind unable to hold both. So it chooses, and it chooses the one that keeps the peace, the one that doesn't cause a fight, the one that lets you stay. And every time it chooses their version over yours, a small piece of your internal compass breaks off. After months of this, sometimes years, you stop having opinions confidently. You start every sentence with, "Maybe I'm wrong, but..." You apologize before you've even finished speaking. You feel exhausted after conversations you can't quite explain. You begin to wonder if you are, in fact, too sensitive, too emotional, too much. You are not too much. You have been slowly, systematically taught to take up less space. So what do? Not with them, but with yourself. The first thing is this: write it down. Not to prove anything to anyone. Write it down for your own brain. Because the moment an experience leaves your mind and becomes words on a page, it stops being flexible. It stops being something that can be rewritten. Your phone notes, a journal, anything. Time, what happened, how you felt. This is called externalizing memory, and it is one of the most powerful things a gaslit mind can do for itself. The second thing, learn to feel where truth lives in your body before your mind decides to question it. Your chest tightens before your thoughts catch up. Your stomach drops before you've consciously processed why. Your nervous system is not confused. It has never been confused. It was just never listened to. Start listening. The third thing, and this is the one most people skip, find one person outside the relationship and say the thing out loud. Not the whole story, just one incident. This happened. Does this sound strange to you? Gaslighting only survives in isolation. A single, honest outside voice can begin to dissolve years of constructed doubt. Here is the only mental model you need to take from this. Your sense of reality is a flame. Gaslighting is wind, not violent, not obvious, just constant, designed to make you believe the flame was always unstable, always yours to doubt. Your job is not to argue with the wind. Your job is to build a glass around the flame, slowly, with documentation, with your body's wisdom, with one trusted voice, with the quiet courage of saying, "I remember it this way," and letting that be enough. You are not confused because something is wrong with you. You were confused because someone who knew exactly what they were doing made a home inside your self-trust and quietly dismantled it from the inside. The fact that you're watching this, questioning, wondering, that is not weakness. That is your flame, still burning. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you want a specific topic, just comment below.